All right. This show was recorded live on Thursday, August 27th. It's 5:30. What's up, Timothy Devine? Michael S. What's up, Dave Flowers? So, listen. How's everybody doing? Chris Payne's here. What's up, what's up, what's up? Mr. Rambo, what's up? I'm about to juice this up again. This is a disposable guy. You were hoping I came on today? Well, that's nice of you. The Growler, what's up? Stu Rep, Jeff Lawson, Red Eye Loon, what's up? I'm only going to be on for like an hour. Man, sometimes, especially on Thursday when Scott's not live, I just get home and, I didn't even know what to call this. I didn't know what to talk about because I want to save some subjects for Saturday mornings. So just to get the conversation rolling, sometimes I just get home and I don't feel like watching TV. And then in addition, yeah, feel free to ask questions. And enjoy from Wawa. It's better than smoking, I suppose. But the disposable tank's holding up a lot better than I thought. The one issue I'm having with it is, which isn't really an issue, but the cap twists in to close. You twist it in and untwist it to open and fill. And there's two fill holes there, if you could see. Right? So there's two fill holes. And what happened was, the coil is metal, right? The coil they put in there is all metal because it needs to be to travel the current, for the current to travel. So it's, damn, I should have showed this before I filled it. So it's, focus please, there it is. So it's metal threads inside. But what's up, Big G Coils? Stephen AKN1, William Banks. So this cap is plastic. So the issue is if you crank down too much, you're going to strip the plastic. What's up, Bob Ellis? Jay is board is here. So it's going to strip. So it's very stripped right now. It hasn't popped off on me yet, but it's very wiggly. And it's stripped. You can feel it stripped. It doesn't hold as tight as it used to, but I just put a lot of weight on that to pull it off. It hasn't fell off at work. I've been using this and this at work and a mech mod. All right, so I got a lot of blue stuff right now. Mark Pro Vapes, what's up? Maybe I should move this over a bit. So, other than that, I just filled it up. You just watched me fill it up either 10th or 11th time. 10th or 11th time. I just started putting this on 54 watts because it felt like I did get a dry hit earlier because the tank was empty. I filled it up and hit it too quickly, and I got another little dry hit. So I turned it down to 54 and hit it, and I didn't get no dry hit. I also have switched the juice once in here. Now, the juices kind of complement each other. They're both dessert juices, so they kind of complement each other. So, but it looks pretty sharp on there. I mean, it's a plastic tank. What do you want? But it's got the blue lights and everything. What do you want? So actually, let me change the batteries and see if this will take 70 still. I think the coil is reaching the end, but 10 fills is actually more than I expected. If all these get 10 fills and they all vape like this, I tried another one today. My buddy Mark at work had one. That one has adjustable air. That was the Go tank. It had adjustable airflow. It seems like they're all a little loud. That's one downfall. It seems like when they're wide open, they're a little loud. I mean, listen. Compared to, let me get something else out to compare that to, because it always sounds loud. Yeah, I'm ready for Slipknot. Me and my brother are going to go to the Slipknot concert next Friday. I think I pretty much know their whole new album for the most part. Where's my Ocula? Uh-oh. Huh. I don't know where it is. Sweet. Oh, great. This is dirty. I want you to hear the comparison. This is dirty. Hold on. There it is. This is a 0.15. 0.15 coil. So compared to the, and this is about a 0.13. So they're pretty close. I got 2 air holes open. So I can tell it's way quieter. Whether you can, I don't know, but we'll see. Let me turn that off for a second. All right, so here's the Ocula 0.12 coil, 2 holes open on each side. So this shows like all the others pretty much. It's loud. What's up, Drew? What's up, Kim? It's loud, man. It's loud. It's louder than most RDAs. What are you going to do? I don't know. So it just is what it is, man. For the money you pay for them, they're good. Like $5. Paid like $15 for a 3-pack. Mark said he paid like $2 for one of the Go tanks online. So who knows? Who knows? So tonight I did want to film a couple things because I'll have time to edit a couple short little videos. Yeah, these disposable tanks are cheap. That's why, you know, I wanted to see what they were all about. They're nice. I mean, there's a place for them. It's not going to be as good as flavor. I mean, I'm already tasting way better flavor off the Ocula. Same juice, better flavor. I'm going to be able to change these coils in there for cheaper than buying a disposable, tank. But I mean, not everybody could do that. So there's a place for them. If you're vaping Nick salts and you think you want to switch over, it's a good way to get started to switch over, you know. So that's that. Other than that, that's pretty much what I was vaping today. Ocula Saint, this little disposable tank on the Lux Vaporesso, and then I got my Orion Lost vape with some Sad Boy Salt Nick in there. Yeah, Juuls aren't too bad. I mean, yeah. So on Saturday morning, I'll be live again. I think we're doing an MMA talk this night with the Meter Vapes over on I'm No Joe. Other than that, I started a new job. Well, not like I quit my job and started a new job. I didn't say, you can't fire me. I'll fucking quit, dude. I'll fucking quit. Oh, the Juul tank? Juul. You're not Juuling? What's the Juul tank? Who makes that? Somebody's sending me something. I'm getting it tomorrow. They didn't even ask me. They just sent it. If I don't, I'm going to say something. There's not going to be a show tonight. Oh, it's a disposable. Okay. Okay. So, what was I just saying? Oh, the new job, and it's humongous. If you follow me on Instagram, I put little things up in the story sometimes. Most of the time, it's just stupid stuff. What's up, Circumstance Vapes? Trevor's that one person. Chevy Man's here. What's up, everybody? So, it's a humongous job. It's like a whole city block. It's huge. I haven't even. It's so big. I haven't even seen the whole job yet. I've been there for 2 days, and I haven't even seen the whole job. That's how big it is. And then we had a stray cat come in, and that's my buddy. That's my work buddy. So, little black cat. Can't be more than 2 months old. Little stray kitten. It's just a little guy. And he hung out with me all day. All fucking day. At the end of the day, he jumped in my truck and I was like, my cat will kill you. My cat will kill you. Yeah, we get a lot of good work. That's one thing I've always been blessed with is a lot of work. I could work more if I wanted to, but Tommy the Zombie, what's up? I've never I haven't needed to find work in a long time. Long time. Yeah, I'm gonna take him some food tomorrow because this cat just showed up today. It didn't have a collar on. Looked like a stray cat. It's all black with white paws, but the paws were dirty. And it's a baby kitten. It's very small. It's probably even the run of the litter, but it's fairly skinny. It's not malnourished skinny, but it's fairly skinny. And it just showed up. It started playing with our caution tape. Our caution tape was flapping in the wind, and it just started playing with it. So, I let it sniff around. It comes in where we're working is like a big garage. It looks like it was an old automobile garage. Just a big open area. If you want to see it, it's on my Instagram story right now. Just a big open area. And he started walking around. And he wasn't meowing much. Usually when cats meow, that means they're hungry. Cats don't meow in the wild. That's a human thing. They don't meow. Cats don't meow in the wild. Cats are descendants of minks, and minks don't meow. That's only they only do that around humans. In case you didn't know that. If there was no humans, cats would never meow. They don't do that shit. There's no reason for them to. They make all the other noises. They'll hiss. They'll purr. They don't meow. That's not a normal cat thing to do. That's a domesticated cat thing to do. Cats that are around people. So he wasn't meowing that much. Cheetahs meow? Well, cheetahs ain't cats. Cheetahs are big cats. I'd like to see a cheetah meow. And if a cheetah meowed, that means that was a camera there. And if there was a camera there that had the tape, that means there was a human there, Drew. If there was a human there, then cats meow. Just explain that shit. That human that took the picture is probably the human that feeds them. Was this a wild camera? They're big cats. So anyway, before I was interrupted, yeah. So what's up, Adam Plashek? Ali, what's up? Alex, what's up, Alex? So yeah, there's a mechanic shop across the street, and the guy came out, and my coworker asked, "Do you know whose cat this is?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's our cat, the mechanic shop's cat." I'm like, that's cool, man. This guy's got a cat. That's what's up. All right. So I come outside and like, "Hey, it's their cat," because I picked that cat was walking around while I was sawing wood, so I picked it up and put it outside. And my buddy was like, "Oh, it's their cat." I was like, "Oh, really? How old is it?" "Oh, I don't know. He just started coming by yesterday. We keep him around for the mice." "Oh, do you? Since yesterday? It's your cat since yesterday. You keep him around for the mice for one night then. Okay. If that cat jumps in my truck again, you're going to have that cat for one day and one day only." So we'll see. I'm going to see tomorrow morning when I get there early. If that cat's meowing at me to get fed, it's going to get fed. And if that cat keeps meowing in the morning, that cat might find a new home. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody I could find that wants a little kitten. So, what's up, Dave and Gore? Catnapping. Yeah, I'm a catnapper. I'm a cat burglar. So we'll see. Or maybe I could just keep it at the shop. I couldn't bring it home. My cat would destroy that thing. My cat does not get along with other cats. It's been tested. You don't think that's what Trump meant? Yeah, I'm a sucker for kittens. I always say it, like when we like lose a cat or something. I'm like, I ain't having another cat. No cat's gonna be as good as that fucking cat. That cat was fucking awesome. I'm gonna hate every other fucking cat. And then my daughter gets attached to a kitten that somebody knows that just had kittens, and she'll get attached and bring it home, and then all of a sudden it's my fucking cat. Like this fucking thing. This cat I have, best friend in the world. Didn't want it, but I got it. Yeah, I'm a sucker for kittens. Yeah, they're like kids. They're like kids. You just got to get cats fixed, though. That's the only thing, is that a cat could be a pain in the ass when it's not fixed. You got to get them fixed. Yeah, because I did think of a name, Gato, because it's not my cat, and the guy that owns it is a Spanish feller, so I call him Gato. But maybe we'll think of another name. I might call him Bob Vila. Bob Vila, because he likes hanging around when we're working on the woods. And Bob Vila was like that. So I might call him Bob Vila. I think it's a good name. El Gato. Caution, that would be a good one, Juice Man. Could name it Caution. That would be a good one. It's a very active cat, because kittens are active anyway. But it has, like, it could go wherever it wants, so it does whatever the fuck it wants. So it's like it tried to climb up the pole. It tried to, like, there's iron beams in this place, and it tried to run up the pole because I was throwing a tennis ball around, and it tried to run up the pole, and it only got like 2 feet in the air, and it slid down the pole. It was like you could hear its claws going down the fucking pole. Fucking cute cat. Yeah, you could see it on my Instagram stories. I put a couple videos of him up. I should have took a picture of him in my truck at the end of the day. He jumped right in and laid down right on the floor. I was like, you got to get out. You got to go. This is the Saint Mech mod, which needs a good cleaning, I can tell you that. But this is the Saint Mech mod by Times Vape, which you see almost nowhere besides here. I think Tommy Vapors has one. I have one, and I think I've seen one other person have one. Probably the guy that made it, and that's it. This may be the rarest fucking mech mod out there from a Chinese company, to be honest. Has anybody ever seen anybody else with this thing? I've never seen too many people with this. It's a good mech mod too. It's just they put this out in the Dreamer. Yeah, it's a good mod, right, Tommy? And I'm sure Heavy has one. I'm sure most reviewers have one. Most reviewers, but like big reviewers, I'm sure they got sent it to them. And it's a good mech mod. I mean, this happened, but that was my fault, really. It's just really thin here. Well, it's not really thin. It's thin enough. I think they make them. It's not old. It's. I mean, I got this 6 months ago at an event where it wasn't even out yet. So it's possible they never even put it out. I don't know. It's nice though. It's a hybrid brass mech mod with a nice little button. It's like a dreamer button, really, just with a bigger. It's like a bigger. It's got a star there. It hits nice. Takes 21,700s, 18,650s. It's good. I like it. It's like, since they gave it to me for free, it's my work mech mod. All my other mech mods are pretty expensive, so I don't really like to take them to work. You bought yours at 3F Vape? Yeah, somebody said, actually, somebody did just tell me they bought one for like 40 bucks. They were 90 when I got it. I didn't buy it. They gave it to me, but they said it was 90 bucks. You got it for less than 40. If you can get that for 40 and you practice safety with hybrid mods, I would definitely get that for 40 bucks. Absolutely. Absolutely. I quite like this mod. I like flat mods. I don't really like mods that have all these designs in them and stuff. I like just flat mods. That's what I like. But enough about me. Let's talk more about me, sure. Okay. So, I was thinking, you know, I have to go see like a counselor, like a therapist for like drug addiction and stuff. So the place that I go to, sometimes you get new counselors, okay? Designs mean extra cleaning. Ain't that the truth? Because right now I was thinking about, hey, I could clean this. You know what? We can clean this. Let's clean this mod. I was thinking of, so yeah, this place I go to, you get a counselor, right? And you usually keep that counselor for a while. But for some reason, this place just can't keep counselors. I guess they're not paying good enough. I don't know. Either way, I've had a lot of counselors. And a counselor is just somebody, it's basically like a little therapist kind of person that talks about your recovery and your drug addiction and stuff like that. So it's like, dude, I've been in recovery for a while now. I'm 6 years in, and I've had like 7 counselors now. And the first thing is, there's a couple things that go with this. So let me get this stuff to clean this mod real quick. So I usually just get 2 tails. One has like this stuff on it already, one doesn't. All right, so I just have like 2 microfiber towels, right? Microfiber towels. And then I get, I hope I can find it. Oh, I broke it the last time. That's right. I broke it the last time. So I'm going to need to find something else. Give me 1 freaking second because I need to find something else. I forgot that the thing I used to use, I broke it. I broke that shit. So now I need something else. And I know it would work good, but I don't want to break that too. What would work good is this guy right here. And he's not there. He's not home. This doesn't twist into there, does it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think this guy twists in there. Yeah, I don't think he twists in here. We'll see if he does, but I don't think he does. Does he go in here? No, he doesn't go in there. I had an old disposable tank that I used to use for this situation. And now I think I'm kind of screwed because I don't have a thing. Well, I don't need to twist it, whatever. I don't really need to do anything. I'll just live and let live. I mean, you could use an old RDA that has a single post in the middle. But I ain't all about that noise right now. It's okay. We'll just do it by hand. That's fine. So, anyway, there is okay. I'm in the recovery thing for a while. 6 years clean, have a lot of counselors. But the thing is, every time this place gets a new counselor, like, I got to go through everything again. Like, I have to tell you my whole fucking story again, dude. This is my 7th fucking time here. I really got to do. And then, man. So let's just put it this way, man. What's up, Turbo? Let's put it this way. The first thing they ask is, what's your, like, one of the first things they ask, you tell them your story. You're like, I've been clean for this long. I'm good. I don't really need to talk to you. Whatever, we could talk. So then they start trying to bring up these topical these conversation starters, right? These are small. I need the bigger ones. They start bringing up topics to talk about, okay? And one of the first topics they will start to talk about is they ask you what your triggers are. Right? They ask you what your triggers are, which means what are things that basically make you want to get high or make you, and I'm so deep into the freaking recovery that I'm thinking about it, and it's even hard to think about what my triggers are anymore. I don't really have any. And then, like, I was finding it hard to even come up with something. Like, if you would have asked me 6 years ago, I probably would have had a whole fucking list. Where are all the big gloves at? But anyway, so I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm either thinking of two answers. I'm thinking everything or nothing. It's pretty much nothing right now, but I could give you a reason for everything. I was thinking about it today. I can give you a reason for anything. Like, I have this bottle of antibiotics, and it looks like a prescription bottle because it is a prescription bottle. That could be a fucking trigger. So, if I sit that next to my coffee, guess what? My coffee's a trigger because I used to drink coffee and get high too. Cigarettes, trigger. Vaping and cigarettes go together. Vaping's a trigger. Everything is a fucking trigger, or nothing's a trigger. So, I don't like that question. What's your triggers? So, what I said was boredom. This fucking world and boredom. She says, well, how do you stay away from boredom? I'm like, I got a hobby. Oh, what's your hobby? I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's not an easy hobby to explain at all. It's not. And the fact that I've done it 7 times already, I'm just sick of it. So I just go, listen, it's a long story. I got a fucking hobby. That's it. That's all you're fucking getting from me. Are we done here? And then I have to go into it. And then this new counselor, I have to educate her on vaping because she's just like, I heard that's bad for you. I heard that's just as bad as cigarettes. And then I have to go in on her, and then I look like a know-it-all. And then I'm like, listen, can I go now? Because I thought you're here to help me, and I'm helping you. And I feel like that trigger question just triggered me to want to punch you in the face. Now, I feel like this just got me angry. I feel like I was having a fine day, and then I come into you, and now I'm pissed off. What's going on here? What the fuck is going on? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Tyler? What's up, Mr. Pebble? What is up, everybody? But that's exactly what I think. I'm like, I thought I'm here to like get less stressed out or like learn some kind of coping skills. And how come I'm leaving here more aggravated? You know? So then I was thinking, triggers. What does that even mean? Because it is like everything or nothing. I can think of anything. I can think of fucking anything. And it could be a trigger, or I could just say nothing. Nothing's a trigger. It's more just, it's like your fucking brain's a trigger, really. It's all about what you're doing with your life. And if you're, so I use this metal polish, this Blue Magic. I'm using this Blue Magic. So I don't think of it as a trigger. I don't think anything makes me want to relapse or anything. I think it's what I'm doing. I think people just make mistakes. They get into bad habits, and bad habits start other bad habits. And once you change them bad habits and do good habits, is when you pretty much get better. I don't think of it. I don't like that trigger thing. Like, it's almost a cop out, is what I feel it is. It's almost a cop out, because I could have thought of any reason to get high. I'll wake up in the morning having a bad day. Oh man, I don't want to go to work. I'm going to get high so I feel like getting to work. Or I could wake up in a good mood, like, I feel good, man. It's a great day to get high. It's a cop out. It's a fucking cop out. I don't believe in this trigger thing. I'm getting sick of people fucking asking me 7 times a fucking year. I just don't believe in that shit. I believe that people kind of do it to themselves, including myself. I mean, it's nobody's fault they're an addict. But, I mean, people make mistakes and have to learn off of it. And if you don't accept that you made a mistake, then you're not going to see where you went wrong and fix it. You're just going to think bad shit just happens. It's not my fault. Bad shit just happens. It's because there were triggers around. You kind of need to think of the part that you played. Because if it's never your fault, then you're not going to think of a way to make it better. If it is your fault, you're going to have to correct yourself and change the way you're living. So I just hate that question. I don't believe the trigger thing. I don't like it. I understand that some people are different and other people have different opinions. But I think if you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter what the fuck a trigger is. You could do anything in front of me right now. And it ain't going to trigger me nothing, because the way I'm living. I'm living my best life right now. Look at me. Look at me. I got my fucking gloves on, clean my neck mod. So that's just how I feel. Let me see it. Oh, I'm gonna tell her something next time. But it gets you mad because, like, when they're talking about vaping and stuff, because automatically somebody that's counseling you, right? And I've had counselors that weren't like this. Don't get me wrong. I've had counselors that didn't act like they were smarter than me. I've had counselors actually act the exact different. I've had counselors that were obviously smarter than me, and they didn't use that It's okay to take advice from somebody that's even not as smart as you. That's fine. But some counselors, and I think this one's one of them, act like because they have a degree in a certain thing that they're automatically smarter than you in every aspect of life. And we know that's not true. That's not true. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to convince me, if you know nothing about vaping, that you know more than me about vaping, right? It's going to be very hard to convince me that, and I think it should be. I think I should be stubborn about that, thinking that, right? So it's like, listen, I don't tell you how to counsel people, except the trigger thing. Stop asking people if they're fucking triggered by something. You fucking stop that shit, okay? But other than that, I don't tell you how to be a counselor. So don't tell me about fucking vaping and what it's doing to me. Because when I was smoking cigarettes, you didn't talk this fucking much, okay? You didn't talk this much. You just took it as, oh, he smokes cigarettes. He's going to get lung cancer and die. Yeah, take that same fucking attitude, okay? And shut the fuck up. Because you know nothing, Jon Snow. You fucking know nothing. But then, sometimes... Awesome, Tyler. Yeah. So, sometimes... What was I going to say? Um... Oh, sometimes I get a counselor that's super cool, like the counselor before this one. And she's like, she has like hobbies too, and she goes to meetings, and she wouldn't I don't like talking about myself too much in real life. I don't really like talking about, I'm just not that person. Even though a lot of people get interested when they when people never heard of something, they're like, that's interesting. Even like if you have a YouTube channel, or you have like sometimes at work, right? Let's just take, for instance, sometimes I'm at work and I'm working with people for 2 years, 3 years, and somebody just mentioned, I don't talk about like fucking YouTube and shit at work. I just don't do it because most people just aren't in the same realm. So it's like I'd be sparking conversation that they couldn't join in because they don't know much about it. But when they find out and they're like, wait, what? They're like, wait, he has a what? And he has how many followers? Say what? And if they get interested, they're like, well, what do you do? And then you explain, and they're like, what? And sometimes when I get a counselor, they'll be like that. They'll be very interested, and they'll start to understand like why I am the way I am, like why I'm stubborn, why I explain to them all the time about the whole addict thing. Most addicts, which they know this already, most addicts just live life to the fullest. They like in a certain way, not like, oh, they go travel around the world and shit. No, this mod's starting to look really good, by the way. It's getting there. So you see, it turns black. It's blue. It's blue, but as you clean it, this turns black. This isn't dirty. This is just turning black because that's what the stuff does when it starts cleaning. So most people that are addicts, when they clean up, they could do real good things, like really, really, really good things. And whatever they do, they're good at, because even as an addict, they were good at that. They were good at, like, even in addiction, addicts do some fucking pretty crazy things. I mean, I remember me and a buddy that used to go to college. He used to visit us, right? He used to visit us on spring break, whatever, because he was living spring break every freaking day of the week in college, and he was a party guy. Went to college, and girls, booze, drugs at college, and then he would come home for spring break to the neighborhood. We would have like a little house party with his parents. His parents would let us drink there even underage, because they celebrated the fact that their son was in college doing something with his life. And as long as he did that, he could do anything. They don't care. If you go to college, get good grades, maintain a good schooling, maintain all that. We don't care what you do, as long as you do that. That's all that matters. If you're focusing on your future, whatever you do on your off time, I don't care. I really don't. That's what kind of parents they were. So he came home, and when he came home, well, let me say, when he left, he had an addiction to Percocet and all this kind of stuff. And he came home, and we went to a bar, and he was very smart, very smart. And we started talking about how much money we have wasted on drugs in addition to how much we made off of drugs. All right. Because he used to sell coke before, and a couple of us used to sell drugs and everything like that. So we started talking about how much money it could have possibly been. Right. And we've done this in rehab before too. There was a counselor at the rehab I went to last, and he actually, look at that, he actually sat there and asked us, how many bags of heroin did you do a day, right? I'm going to tell you, I don't like talking about myself while I sit here for an hour and talk about myself. So he came home. Yeah. So he went there with addiction. So I've done this more than once. He came home, and we started talking about how much money we could have possibly made just on average, even keeping it a low number. Don't average up. Let's just keep it average down, because we're going to feel bad about ourselves either way. And I've done this in rehab. Man, so if you were to average between the four of us sitting there, I mean, we're talking about at least $1 million in fucking 2 years between four of us on what we made or what we've spent on drugs alone. Dude, if that don't wake you up, I don't know what will. And it didn't wake me up. It woke him up, apparently, but it didn't really wake me up too much. I was just like, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. This neighborhood does a lot of drugs. Whatever. But when you think about it, like, for people not even 20 years old making that much money or spending that much money, either way, it doesn't matter. I'm saying it accomplishes a great thing. Like, it's not a great thing, but it accomplishes something that not a lot of people do, And the same thing with when addicts get clean. Now, some of them just go off and just be, a good family man, a good father, whatever. They're good at work, all that stuff. But some pick up hobbies and become the best at that hobby. I'm sure a lot of people know people that were drug addicts, and now they just, like, whatever they get into, they go balls to the wall, just like with drugs. If I'm going to do cocaine, I'm going to do fucking 20 bags a night at the bar, and I'm going to share it with my friends, but I'm going to do a lot of it. And I'm also going to fucking take 20 pills that night and just balls to the wall. And many addicts, when they get clean, they have the same mindset. They don't know it. Like, it's not something you think of, like, I'm just going to do this so fucking hard. It just happens. It's just an addictive personality is basically what I'm getting at. That's an addictive personality. Like, I have friends that, like, they'll, like, somebody will take them fishing. Like, they'll just be like, hey, you want to come on a fishing trip this weekend? I'm like, yeah, all right, man. I don't get high anymore. Let's go on a fishing trip. Next year, they're in a fucking fishing tournament catching fucking sharks. Just saying. Just saying. They're the best fisher in the world. You know? Just saying. And that's an addictive personality. Once you like something, you do it to the fullest of your abilities. And this lighting stinks. And it doesn't mean they're better than other people. It just means that that's how they do things. Some other people, you know, they don't have addictive personality. They could practice, like, what's it called? Mediocrity? No. In what's it called? Like, when you have control of things you do. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, I do heroin once a year. They're like something like that. Like, they do it in Monison, in something. They do it in something. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing it in something. They're somewhere doing it. But, you know, they in moderation. Very good, Mr. Pebble. In moderation. All right. They're doing it in moderation. So we used to have, when I went to rehab, or not rehab, when I got out and I got into a program, there was a counselor there that everybody was like, this dude's a fucking weirdo. He used to come in and tell people that they could do heroin once a year. They could go out and do drugs on their birthday once a year. And he counseled us the one time, and I damn near flipped out because I was like, dude, are you a fucking idiot? Like, really? You can't say that to these people. You can't fucking say that. It's like, let me tell you how many times I've tried to do things in moderation, how well that worked out for me. That is absolutely false. You cannot do that at all. If you want to catch a habit and be back here in 5 years, you could do it. Go ahead. Maybe you might catch a little death. But you can't say that to drug addicts, that they could do the drug that they love once a year. No, maybe other people could do that. But if you obviously have a problem with it, and when you take that drug, you feel like God, you cannot do that. Yeah, okay, I'm going to feel like God for 1 day a year, and even though I could do it the next day, I'm not going to. Because that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you are the fucking man. And as much as it feels good then, it makes you look the total opposite very shortly in time. So that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And the fact that that guy was a counselor and somebody let him teach a group of addicts who weren't doing good to begin with made me laugh. And then he told me that's my opinion and that was his. I said, okay, you know what? We can agree to disagree. Let me know how many people fucking stay clean on your fucking program. And I'll tell you how I'm doing in a couple years. How about that? I should call that fucker up too. Like, how many people stay clean on that theory, pal? Because he was continuing to say that a lady came to him that he was a counselor of and said that she thinks she was going to do it, and he encouraged it. It just got me mad. It just got me so fucking mad. Yeah, that's the healthcare system, all right. That's funny because it was in a place that was for welfare. It was like right when I got out of rehab. I don't know. Maybe I just had a clearer head than most people. That just sounded. Actually, no. Almost everybody that was listening to this dude thought he was an idiot. Even the people that were high thought he was an idiot. I do remember that. Just about everybody was like, this dude is fucking stupid. He's obviously never had a drug problem. And I don't think people have to have a drug problem to be counselors, but I think the best counselors are. I think the best counselors are somebody that had a problem in their life. It doesn't mean you can't be a good counselor if you've never had a drug problem, like a good drug and rehab counselor if you've never had a drug problem. Nah, I've met them. I've met them that never done drugs and they were still a good counselor. I'm just good at teaching coping skills and stuff like that. But I think the best ones, in my opinion, were actually addicts at some point. This button's hard to clean, I'll tell you that. That star. So yeah, triggers to me, I don't know if I like thinking of it that way because it seems like a cop-out. It seems like, oh, I wouldn't. Listen, if you're going to get high, you're going to get high. That's it. All right? That's it. If you're going to get high, nobody's going to stop you. It doesn't matter what you see. It doesn't matter what you do, what anybody does around you. If you have that mindset, you're going to fucking do it if you want to. If you take the proper steps. Which I get that, if you know your triggers, whatever. So in a way, I could see that actually. I think I just talked myself out of this whole conversation. I'm deleting this video. No. I get it. It's like, I don't like seeing that. Well, that's fucking life. You're going to have to see it. It's going to happen eventually. You're going to have to deal with it. So the trigger thing, you're going to have to deal with it. If you say, seeing people shoot up is a trigger for me, guess what? If you think you're never going to see somebody shoot up again, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. If you think, anything, like I said, boredom. If you think I'm never going to be bored again, you're fucking wrong. You're going to have to learn how to deal with that. Now, I don't think boredom is a trigger. I can't really say I do have any triggers right now. I think it's all in the decisions I make. The decisions I make can be very consequential either way. It could either be very good or it could be very bad. It's up to me. It's up to me. Once you think you don't have a choice over that, I mean, you're fucked. If you don't have a choice of what happens, then what's the sense? Everybody has a choice. Yeah. So, counseling his way to the job hunting, yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on for an hour. I need to record a couple things. I'm going to have time to edit them. So, I wanted to record a couple things tonight and get them edited and up. I'll be live Saturday morning. Other than that, I'm just going to be singing and dancing all night. That's all I'm doing. I think I'll start out with a little bit of Bonnie Raitt, and then I'm going to finish up with a little bit of Billy Ray Cyrus. I may do a video on my interpretation of the first couple scenes of Tombstone because I've been practicing it and I think it's pretty fucking funny. Anybody watch the movie Tombstone? It's a great movie. Great movie. It's like a Western, kind of, with Kurt Russell and who's Doc Holliday? Van Helsing? No. Van Walker? No. What's his name? Kurt Van Dyke? No. Captain Kirk. Van Kirkston? Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer. I really couldn't remember it. I wasn't joking around. Val Kilmer. I was very close. Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell, that old dude, and that younger guy. Oh, I got Carpenter tips coming up. So maybe I don't know which video will come out first. I was gonna not put the Ocula video up on YouTube. I might because I'm gonna install the More Core Aliens. So yeah. Everybody have a good night. Tomorrow's Friday, so you can be happy about that. Tomorrow's Friday. Most of you are getting paid, right? That's a good thing. Most of you aren't. Some of you aren't. Most of you are. That's a good thing. I mean, you woke up today and you're watching me, so that's a good thing, right? But yeah, everybody be safe out there, man. It's crazy out there. I hope nobody's in active addiction that watches. But if for some reason somebody is, just be careful because nobody's invincible. I learned that this week. There was somebody that I knew I wasn't close to. I actually didn't even like the person, but I knew them. And it kind of hit close to home because it's just because I knew them, and it would seem that most people thought that they were invincible, that this person was invincible. And it comes down to it, they weren't. And it was surprising. He was young. And, as much as I may not have liked him, a lot of people did. And, I wish he would have figured it out. But it's dangerous out there. It's especially with this I mean, there is no heroin anymore where I'm at. And I imagine whatever's happening here, if it didn't happen there already, wherever you're at, it's going to happen. Fentanyl's just taken over and it evolves every day. It's just, it gets worse and worse. And what happens is, what happened in this case is, the person went to jail for a little bit. Or maybe sometimes people get clean for a little bit. But let's just take, for instance, this person went to jail for 2 months. Just 2 months. Came out, did one bag when he was doing 15 a day. Did one bag, but in that 2 months, it has evolved so much that he couldn't take one bag when he was doing 20 a day or 15 a day. So it's crazy. It's just crazy that somebody that could take that much, that's even healthier because they haven't been doing anything. Their weight is gained, their body's all cleaned up, and they do just one and don't wake up. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And everybody thinks they're invincible, but I'll tell you, I thought that way too, but I would think differently because it's happening a lot. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, like I had like 3 friends that died when I grew up. Right now, it's like 3 a week. 3 a fucking week. I hear of 3 different people every week for the past 6 months. I hear of 3 people that I kind of knew. Like, I just knew even just by the name, a face. I went to school with their brother. They hang out with this guy that I used to know. Just in some kind of way, I knew them even just by name. And now they're gone. And it's just crazy. So, yeah, it's way worse. And it would seem like it's not even like young kids either. It's like people that have been doing this for years. It's not like all these young kids are dying. It seems like actually young kids aren't even really getting into it. It's people 30, 40. It's just they've been doing this for a long time. And it just happens. So just be careful. I mean, I would think that there's no better time than now to get clean because it's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty bad. And even if, I know some people just don't care. Like if they go, they go. That's kind of how I was. It's just like, yeah, if it's my last time, it's my last time. I don't care. But you would think differently. If you had a couple days clean, you would think way differently. Absolutely positively. That's not even an opinion. That's just what it is. If you had 7 days clean, you would think completely differently, no matter what your situation is. I don't care what's going on. You would think differently. Just like what I was talking about, addicts come out to do great things. There's people that have done some shit things in their life, and they come out to do 2 times better. They help out people. They do, no matter what your situation is, somebody, you could save lives later. It don't matter. It don't matter. So, just something to think about. And people that aren't in addiction that used to be, I mean, you should be proud and just, it's just, I'm sure everybody's got problems in their lives, even if you're clean, but that's one thing you got. That's one thing you got is that you're not dealing with that. And when you have that, it could feel like you have everything, That could feel like just everything. Just being able to wake up and not only like not doing drugs, but not feeling like you have to do drugs, not actually getting physically sick in order to maybe just go die. So a show about nothing. This is that show. Yeah, so when you make titles to shows and you've done like 600 shows, you're like, what the fuck do I name this one? What the fuck do I name this one? So I just said, I'm a show about nothing, man. We'll see where it goes. I had no plans to talk about anything in this show. I feel like I've talked the entire fucking time. So it has to be something since 23 people are watching. Yeah. I think I'd have more if there wasn't so many shows on tonight. There's so many shows on tonight. Grim Green's on tonight. Other people are on tonight. I don't know who, but Grim Green's on, so you got that. But I am out of here, everybody. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. I will see you Saturday morning, probably around 8:30-ish. That's what she said is on tonight. That's right. Yep, that's right. That's what she said is on after Grim Green. I don't know where they hold. Do they hold that on Ruby Roo's channel? KBN? Is that where they hold it? And what's up anyway? Is that where they hold that? Nick Fenton, I don't know if I said what's up to you. What's up? Yeah, Ruby Roo channel. All right, so you got Grim Green on Ruby Roo. I think there's like a million other shows on Thursday night too. All right. Oh, Scott's on tomorrow. He's gonna have Jay Hayes on there, so you can watch that tomorrow. Other than that, I'm out of here. Peace.